What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I got some new news concerning Fantasy Wednesdays. Of course, this is Fantasy Wednesday, so I take a fighter from the present versus a fighter of current, So both of these guys, I've thought about it. And Fantasy Wednesday today will be spoken of Andre Ward and Roy Jones Jr., who wins a fight in their prime. Andre Ward is a guy that likes to get in the inside and does a little roughhousing. He does have quick hands. Roy also has some of the fastest hands in the business, but he also, I think, you would give the range to Roy as well as power, because Andre Ward's not a power puncher. He is a tough guy, though, a tough fighter. And he's very smart in there. And especially he's a southpaw, but Roy is no stranger to southpaws whatsoever, so that wouldn't be a problem for Roy. Roy in his prime and Andre Ward, Roy has him every day of the week. Unless he drops Ward and then Ward becomes more aware of what he needs to do. And if he can somehow get in the inside, like kind of like Lou Del Val was trying to do when fighting Roy, but it's difficult because the way Roy stances, he's ready to counter. He has that arm up, and the way he sets up his punches, it's kind of hard to get up under a punch that you don't even see coming. You know what I mean? Especially when he starts throwing 4 or 5 hooks in a row. You know what I mean? So, but the only thing that I could say or recommend for Andre Ward would be, ripping punches to the body, and maybe he takes out some steam in his legs. Try to make it a dirty, murky fight, kind of like Lou Del Val. I keep referencing that fight because Lou Del Val was a guy that was once Roy Jones Jr.'s sparring partner, and Roy, he sparred many rounds with Roy. But, he pissed Roy off because he never told him that with his promotion, he had plans on fighting him until he got the contract, and you know. So they actually ended up fighting, and up until a long time, that was Roy's only recorded knockdown. When he did hit Roy, I think, to the body, and Roy slipped and fell, okay? And it was, counted a knockdown because even if it was a slip, it's a result of a knockdown, so that's something for referees if they want to, revisit their handbook, because I don't think a lot of them, um, practice it like they should. Look at the Dogbe fight, right? He got a knockdown, but it wasn't ruled a knockdown. So, I got to throw that out there. But back to Roy and Andre Ward. I think Andre Ward could probably go 12 rounds with him. Depends. Roy in his prime would make a lot of fighters look foolish. Could he do that to Andre Ward? Not sure. But if he hurts Andre Ward and Andre Ward goes into survival mode, he won't last long because Roy had a killer instinct on him. Sometimes Roy, and it decided on what type of Roy he was that night. If he was pissed off or something like that, he could get you out of there like he did Vinny Pazienza. Someone like that, and just destroy you. But someone like Andre Ward, he might want to pick at him, you know? Um, Him being a southpaw, that does help Andre Ward, though, because the southpaws that I recall, um, Roy fighting, I think it was Eric Harding, of course, Mr. Orlando himself, Antonio Tarver. Um, those particular guys were difficult for him, because they were coming from that southpaw stance, but he did fight a lot of southpaws. And I think Roy was a little quicker than Andre Ward. Andre Ward kind of pivoted and used timing speed rather where, Roy had this freakish speed for his size. He had like Mayweather like speed being that big. You know what I mean? And I think that speed created power for Roy. You know what I mean? Because those punches catch you and you don't even know they catch you. Ask Felix Trinidad about that. You know what I'm saying? But the good thing that Andre Ward does have is his desire to win, and he has great reflexes. So he'll probably be able to adjust to that speed. After the fourth or fifth round. And if he can get to the body, it could probably be a whole different fight. You know, and he'd have to do that. He would have to do the classic Andre Ward. Get up close, kind of clinch. And then punch to get out by ripping punches to the body. He's good at doing that, but so is Roy. Roy's left is rapid, quick. He's ready to to counter with it, especially on the inside. Roy had a thing where he goes down and goes back. Comes up then goes down. Or goes down and goes up, and it's crazy. He can do that quick. And then those punches are powerful because those are something that he worked on in the gym over and over again. And he was just those rapid left. They called it rapid fire. The rapid fire left hooks he could throw. He could hit you 4 times in a matter of seconds, and it's just crazy. But no, I would have to give that to Roy at the time, probably by stoppage round 8 or 9. Of course, if Andre Ward was going to win, it would have to be by a decision in a dirty, dark, murky fight. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like the Kovalev one fight where he was hurt early, then he came back to rally, and just his grit, avoiding that straight right hand lead or that looping overhand right, which Roy likes to throw a lot, especially at southpaws coming from that stance. So, yeah, if he could adjust to that and stay and stray away from that right hand, he should be doing it. He could be successful. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about this fantasy matchup between Andre SOG Ward and Roy. Y'all must have forgot Jones Jr. Of course, guys, please subscribe, and you guys been counterpunched. Peace.